Mi a fasz van itt? Megpippeltem és... Most le kéne lőni? A kurva anyádat. Boxos, bazd meg. Jaj, őket nem kell megölni. Oké. Ja, nem megölni kéne, bazd meg, hanem... Felvettem egy IMP weapont. Én meg kettőt, bazd meg, tarkólövéssel egyből kivégeztem. Hol az a... Igen, ez kell nekünk. Ezzel elvileg... Equip followers with weapon to engage non-lethally. Itt van a kezembe, bazd meg. Így ezzel be tudom őket altatni. Oké. Nem jó, mert... Fejbe kell. Ó, basszom. Azt lehet, hogy elbasztam. Ne csinálj! Igen. Kurva anyátokat. Takarodj már! Nézd, a agyonvernek, bazzna. Aludjál! Fejbe kell? Nem alszik, bazd meg. Csak pucsit. De hova a faszomba lőjek neki? Yeah.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt.
The way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Valami, nem tudom.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them.
Ja, elködösítetik az
They're
elméjüket.
like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're going to need to be real
De az
careful
meg kell
with
ölni
our
a
fire
izét,
and keep that
morfokat,
EM
ahhoz, hogy
Well, you better keep that EM weapon loaded then. Now let's move.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Gyerünk akkor a hajóhoz. Spaceport. Ja, itt a fegyvert most nálunk kell, hogy legyen, mert jöhetnek még. Jó, ezt nem hiszem, hogy ezzel a fegyverrel fogjuk. Ott meg is bolondult hátul már egy.
Got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad. We're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, got one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Speak the fire team. The officer is charged state. Speak with the fire team. Kurva anyád. Hű! Égünk, 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 égünk. Gyere onnan! Oké, egy. Na, nem kell megöljük magunk őket, nem kell segítség. A kurva! Szétrobbantja bazd meg az aknákat is. Happy, 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 ouch! Au, 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 au. Ezt kapd el! Hegezd neki, szara! Hegezd, szara! Nem hegez, de hegezti. Szép munka.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
It's over. Thank God. If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had absolute massacre on our
Na és azok meg addig szerencsétlenkedtek ott a kabinetbe, hogy jaj, nem kéne lemenni az archívumba, mert ott nem lenne jó. Az fegyvert adnánk a kezetekbe. Na, várjuk meg még ezeket a elromorfok itt kiírtanak mindenkit. De ezek után már kicsit máshogy gondolkodnak.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place. Certainly doesn't feel like it. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Na, vissza kell mennünk lejelenteni, hogy passzátok meg, ezt is megcsináltuk.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for a clear signal before exiting your homes.
Rossz, hogy szedték a helyet. És értem, ha ezt a questet nem kezdek el belemenni, mert ugye ez nem fő quest, akkor itt ez a támadás meg se történik, vagy... Pilasok. Na. Elintézzük a termorfokat.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Na most okoskodjatok. Még mindig nem akarjátok?
It would appear that the cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as
Money, money, money.
your concerns about the terramorphs. Well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
I had some ideas on that front, Captain, but we'll get to that.
Bármi jöhet. Pénz. Ékszer.
In the eyes of the cabinet.
Csíp csoki
You
kóla.
have our full support in collecting the terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Mi? Miért nem küldtök egy diplomatát?
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. Get you access to those credits and real estate you're after. So, will you help us?
Aj, bazd meg. Mi más mondhatnék, hogy nem? Hát nekem is kell a pénz.
Won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Leléphetünk. 7800 kredit. Egy rakat XP. Egy 20-szor el kell használni az összes oxigén. Nagyon jó. A mokrét loot. Nem. Ez mi ez? Missile weapon are favored because they look into enemy ship. Tegyünk a ballistic weaponre. Jó.
These orders. A Vanguard captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
Na? Tudunk beszélni? Mi van?
That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that
Jó, faszom, bárányhimlős vagy bazzam. Még azok a pöttyök az
Chief
arcon.
Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. we're going to do everything. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
2 kódot meg kell szerezni 2 külön kolóniától. Kiktől.
It won't be.
Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
Mert ők megadták a kódot, de még 2 kell ahhoz, hogy az archive-ba bejussunk.
Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
Hogy ez a Radcliffe.
The good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War.
Egy veterán a kolónia háborúból.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Na? Mi az other tools? Alábecsülsz engem. De nézzük az others.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Ahogy úgy kell bejutni, hogy ne lássanak meg, és akkor te kell helyezni egy ilyen lehallgat.
But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you. Yes, many. Don't steal anything.
Igen.
Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best.
Szóval akkor be kéne oda lopóznunk a nagykövetségre.
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Radcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and someone who very likely hates her guts. All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Ambassador Security. Wanted.
There's something I need to talk to you about.
Na mondjad.
Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Bactera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel? No,
I don't
think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. how did you feel inside? What were your thoughts?
Thoughts.
Raw energy? I've never heard that one before. I shouldn't be surprised. The artifacts aren't exactly what you'd call normal. True, true. But hey, how else would you describe it? The artifacts are so different, so alien. And I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery. Yes, precisely. You'd think, after our combined years of space travel, one of us would have stumbled across some answers, but unfortunately, we're empty-handed. Talk to you later.
Na. Akkor el kéne mennünk az egyik nagykövetségre, még hozzá. A... Deputy McIntyre. Vele kell beszélnünk, ő segít majd a archive-ba bejutni. Várja már. Hogy bazd meg. Én meg gondolom...
Captain, would you like to finish your briefing on the ambassadors?
Igen, beszélj nekem róla is akkor.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval. Well, these days, they're primarily considered a security threat. House Varun Zealots, a fundamentalist outshoot of the group that stayed behind when the rest retreated into seclusion, want nothing more than to send everyone not dedicated to their cause to the Great Serpent in the Sky. After they ended the Serpent's Crusade about 70 years back, House Varun did take a real run at trying to normalize relations with the rest of the Galaxy. It's why they have an embassy here in the first place, why they were included in the armistice negotiations. But then, without warning, they left, leaving behind, to our knowledge, just the ambassador and his duty under the armistice. It does, but there's a concern. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting. Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice. I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance
A támadásnál bezáródott, nem tudom, egy ilyen...
I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. While the attack is still fresh in her and
valamilyen szobába.
Be smart out there, Captain.
És ugye ezek a védelmi rendszerek, ezek bekapcsolva maradtak. Ezek a turettek meg ilyenek, úgyhogy vigyázni kell, hogyha nem megyünk oda. I got on the rundown. Igen, Jó. Megyünk Commander Tulához.
Captain, can I help you?
Nem. Köszi. Acquire the Free Star Collective. Oda gyalog megyünk. Most elvileg kifullasztottam magam. Kilencszer.
Ask my boss what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city.
Maybe we should stop.
És most megadta a 10-et. Van.
For a moment at the memorial. You know, to pay our respects. When you
Uh,
I'd like to speak to you.
Mit akarsz?
Anyway, as I was saying, the artifacts aren't exactly what you'd call normal. True. The artifacts are. Yes, precise. You'd think. Frustrating? No. It would be. Oh, well, an explorer's dream to solve a mystery like this. Oh, I don't want to be famous. I just want answers. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say,
Jó, nem kell
I'm
semmi
pleased we're on
ruhalledobás
this journey
most.
together. It's the
Épp
best
küldetésen vagyunk.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby.
I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not happy visiting anything related to the Free Star Collective. But you lead, and I'll follow.
Terrors, as in more than one. All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
Sorry. Everyone's a little on edge after the attack.
Mivel nem lehet beszélni vele?
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
I'm here on behalf of United Colonies.
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and
Adda
it's
kódot.
just a bad connection. That now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their...
Nem, jó hallottad. Az archive-ba akarunk bejutni.
Excuse me. A less level-headed person might think that was a threat, Captain.
The only threats you're facing are the 8-legged variety just outside your door. Now can we please stop playing games here? Lives hang in the balance.
A lecture in morality from the UC. How quaint.
Na, ez egy köcsög lesz, bazd meg, ezt most látom, ezt az Luffy-ra szújt szájú.
That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours and go?
I just figured this out some other way.
No, Captain, I'm not, and I'll tell you why. What you experienced down there at the spaceport, I've lived that once before already. Fought tooth and nail as aliens rampaged in the streets of my home and others all throughout the collective. But my aliens were placed there by UC hands. So I'm not interested in anyone getting power like that ever again. The UC most of all. You have my answer. Now please take the hint. You have my answer. Now please take the hint. You have my answer. Now... You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance. One to convince me.
Jajaj.
I'm listening.
Úristen, geci. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8-at.
You know that for sure.
Azaz, egy megvan.
No one does, Captain. The only question is how to do it.
You were a soldier, it was your job to protect, and that's what you intend. Again.
It's a job I
Bazd
take
meg.
very seriously. It's why I'm even entertaining what
Nem
you're
tudok
suggesting
többet.
right now. Captain, I'm sorry, but my answer is not changing. The UC is just gonna have to find another way. Now, I presume you can see yourself out.
Ó, a faszomba.
That woman is an absolute... Oh, sorry.
Na gyere, te fogsz segíteni nekünk.
What? You're the Vanguard captain, right? You know, I was about to board the Nat to the spaceport when the alarm triggered. Sounds like I got real lucky. And like I've got you to thank for things not being a lot uglier. Well, then you have my earnest thanks. But look, they said you were coming here on official business. The ambassador likes to handle all that personally.
Valahogy be kell jutnunk, bazd meg, az jelzője.
And I don't want to get shipped back to Aquila City, so you should probably go speak to her. You were sent for me? Huh, maybe... Let's go somewhere to talk.
Na mesélj.
So you want me to work with you? But why now? Why me?
Your file clearly state Jön a top note diplomat.
No, I think that's a pretty safe assumption. And no other city should have to go through what happened here. So then, what would you need from me?
Na, vagy az lehet, hogy megadja a kódot, amivel be tudunk menni, vagy vigyen be anélkül, hogy meglássanak.
Okay, first you need her bio key, and that thing doesn't leave her side. Better chance of splitting the atom with a spoon than me getting that from her. Her quarters. Huh. Oh, that's doable. And you and the UC will be providing me with what for my services? Oh, wait. I thought you were looking to hire me. Oh, I'm not taking a bribe.
A kurva anyádat. 8000 kredit, a szüje. Tessék, kapsz valami előléptetés.
Okay, you've got yourself a deal. Okay, so
Ez mind csak
there's a
hazugság.
corridor that leads into the ambassador's quarters, which you can access through the main conference room. Here, the key. Whatever you do, don't let the guards see you entering or exiting the utility section, or you're gonna be in serious hot water. I'll keep an ear out for more instructions from the UC.
Jó, na majd ő segít nekünk. Odaadta a kulcsokat.
Can't believe you just stole that.
Simán. Oké, szóval innen fogunk tudni bemenni. Szellőzőn keresztül. Az a baj, hogyha itt lövök egyet, uti meghallja. Jó. Azt nem tudom, életet kinyitni.
Agent detected. Patching in playback.
Are you alright, Ambassador? It seems the Council of Governors has rejected my appeal to join. Again. Which means you and I are stuck in this colonial wreck
Milyen rendezett kis WC. Basz meg. Szerintem ide mi nem jöhetünk. Muti van. Just some plans to get to read one of the member of it. Ha újra akkor beszélni